Hey everybody, this is Brent and welcome to Brent's Crossroads. There's a ton of free food options on the Carnival Jubilee, but not all of them are worth your time.
It's time to get some breakfast.
Some of them are, some of them aren't. So, on our latest cruise, I tried them all. And what we're going to do, we're going to go through, give a review of all the places that you can get grub for free on the Jubilee. And then at the end, we're going to rate whether they're worth your time or not. So, let's get on the Jubilee, let's climb on board, and see what we got on this ship. Alright, first is Shaq's Big Chicken, based off Shaquille O'Neal's chicken restaurant. They serve lunch and breakfast is all day. You can get it most of the time whenever the restaurant's open. And as you can see the breakfast here, mostly you can get an omelet, get this egg sandwich, and then a chicken breakfast sandwich. And they're okay. The biscuits crumble real easily, and it's hard to keep together. The flavor for the breakfast isn't bad.
All right, here's the
lunch
round from Shaq's Big Chicken.
The lunch I felt was a little overrated. But, I mean, it's not bad, so, you know, this being free is really kind of insane. Alright, Guy's Burgers. And, Guy's Burgers is a universal staple on Carnival ships. And it's a very dangerous place. I could eat here every day. This is always one of the things that I always have to get, usually on embarkation day, as soon as I set foot on a Carnival ship, because Guy's Burger Joint is legit, and they hands down I think have the best burgers on any of the 4 cruise lines I've been on. And my hack, I like to use the chili for chili cheese fries, and then go eat it on my balcony. All right, the Blue Iguana Cantina is another one that's a pretty standard universal restaurant, and it's low-key one of the best breakfast spots on the ship. The breakfast burritos are fantastic. You can also get tacos here, and I noticed something here on the Jubilee that I haven't noticed on other ships, and that is they have a daily rotating special lunch and breakfast item. And I didn't get to try many of them because I didn't realize it until later. So if you're on the Jubilee, or if you're on any other Carnival ship, stop by the Blue Iguana and double check to make sure that, you know, see if they have the special menu items. And the best part about Blue Iguana is the salsa bar. Their salsa is absolutely fantastic. But what will this get it as on the ratings? We'll find out later in the video. Alright, Beach Buns. This is essentially the Carnival Deli. And, you know, it is what it is. And then we have Coastal Slice, which is the Carnival pizza place. It was just different because it was inside, and it wasn't back on the aft Lido deck area by a pool. A little bit different setup. And you can see you walk through and there's somebody there that hands you the pizza. They also had a lot more workers, so there was not really ever really long lines because they were always caught up. On a lot of ships, man, you wait forever for your pizza. They also had two special flavors, 2 different kinds that you don't get on other boats. And now we have the Lido Marketplace. The Lido Marketplace really depends on timing. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. But you also have a couple of, you know, here's like your desserts, your salad bar, your basic Lido buffet area. But they also have a free shawarma area right there. and Sea Dogs, which is hot dogs, and then they have rotating like sausages every day. The shawarma, for being free, was really good. Sea Dogs depends on the sausage and how long they've been sitting out. My complaint about the buffet is that you had your two sides and only one side would be open at a time. So whichever side was open was usually fairly busy and the other side was empty. But I get it. It helped with food waste. And don't forget, on Embarkation Day, Lido Buffet, it's the only day that you can get the Carnival, the confetti cheesecake. Don't forget that. All right, and the Hidden Breakfast Buffet. If you don't want to mess with the Lido Buffet for breakfast, you can go to Guy's Pig and Anchor. And it's like a mini version of the breakfast buffet. And I went to go try it, and I felt the food was fresher because they didn't put out as much, and they rotated it out more often. So that's my hack for this one. If you're going to eat buffet for breakfast, go to Guy's Pig and Anchor when you're on the Jubilee, because you will probably get a better breakfast there. And now there's some different things. You know, it's like I said, it's a stripped down. But you know, you have all your basics. You have your various kinds of eggs, your ham, sausage, cereal, fruits, your parfaits, hash browns. Like I said, it just always seemed fresher. All right, so now we're going to actually stick here with Guy's Pig and Anchor, which is the barbecue place. Jubilee is a little bit different with the setup. They have this interior area here, but then they also have the line outside on the aft on deck 8, and it's Guy's Pig and Anchor. It is what it is. It's on a lot of ships.
And a little bit of pork butt, please.
Pretty basic.
Thank you.
Nothing out of the ordinary. And while it's free and included, they have this is one of the couple of places that you can get wings that cost extra. You know, here's my plate from Embarkation Day. You know, it's just average, but we'll see where it falls in the ranking. Fresh Creations. All right, Fresh Creations. If you head up to the Serenity deck, this is the salad bar, and this is always has more options for things to put in your salad than the Lido Marketplace. The only problem I have with it is the hours are extremely limited. Now here's the best place on the Carnival Jubilee, and I really wish they would move this to a lot of the other ships, and this is Street Eats. It is a segment of 3 different areas that have a rotating menu that changes daily. And if you want to see my review and what the daily menus are, there's a tag up in the top corner right here for you to click on it and go check out that video. For instance, like, there's the Bao Buns, there's a station that does loaded fries all the time, and then an international food one where, everything's just rotating. And there's some things that are kind of some things that are really, really good. So we'll have to see how that affects the rankings when we get to them later in the video. And they also have breakfast. Now, they do have some pay things, like you can buy churros and donuts. So those will cost you extra. But there is a free part, and that is the bagel area here. You get the bagels for free. They also have bagel sandwiches. And all these were very good. All these are free and included. And you know, that's the thing. There wasn't a shortage of good free food. There's a nice drink dispenser next to Street Eats, so you don't have to go very far. There's what one of the bagel sandwiches looks like, and my bagel. All right, now we're going to talk about the main dining rooms, the MDRs. You have the Atlantic Restaurant, which is a single-story, smaller restaurant. This is mostly, and this is also where the tea time is at. So if you like free, the tea time, that's an included thing. And then we also have the Pacific Restaurant, which is the bigger two-story. This is where we had our your time dining. Excuse me, your time dining. So, you know, much bigger dining room. This one's more like your traditional cruise ship dining room, 2 stories. Has this light feature that occasionally during your meal will start to flash through different colors, and the lights around the windows change, and it's distracting. But the food, you know, it's hit or miss as well. You know, this is where you get the most value. Your full meals, your multiple courses, they're all included. You know, this is where you go for your lobster or your calamari. But, you know, your main dining room is definitely where you go if you want your free lobster on Elegant Night. And on our 7-day sailing, we had 2 Elegant Nights. Lobster was one night, prime rib was the other. You also have an express dining option, which I did a video about, and I will link it up above. The express dining was nice. And you also get your sea day brunch in the main dining room. Always have to go for steak and eggs. Like I said, so check out the video about the MDR, about the express dining. All right, and so now here we are to the ratings. Thumbs up means good. Fingers crossed means it could go either way, and thumbs down is thumbs down. Yeah. Thumbs up. The good stuff overcomes the bad. Fingers crossed, depending on if Fresh Creations is open. Blue Iguana, thumbs up. Always a thumbs up anytime I've been on any ship. Shaq's Big Chicken, I thought it was disappointing. The chicken I had was dry. Pig and Anchor, just because it's all right. It's dry. Burger Joint, thumbs up. Always a have to on any Carnival ship I'm on. Coastal Slice, pizza is always good. It's not MSC, but Beach Buns, give or take. All right, so can you eat free and not go hungry on the Jubilee? The verdict on this is you can eat very well for free on the Carnival Jubilee. There is not a shortage of places to eat. The times that they're open vary greatly, and you're not going to go hungry. All right, now free or not, these are special. There's 2 restaurants, Chibang and Cucina di Capitano. They are pay restaurants, both of them, but you can eat at them free once. So you can go to Capitano free and Chibang free once. And then if you go another time, then it's $8. So as you can see with Chibang, free, thumbs up, paid, nah. Di Capitano, free, and paid are both thumbs up. So, hope you liked the video. I hope you made a list of some places you'd like to go eat next time you're on the Carnival Jubilee. And if you want to stick around, there's a video about the 13 bars on the Carnival Jubilee. Be sure to hit that video next, and also check out the other videos in my Carnival Jubilee series. So thanks for stopping by the Crossroads, and I hope to see you out on our travels. Bye.